Hi there, welcome to Homekeepers. I am so glad to be here. I'm so glad you're there, but this show is going to be different than anything we've ever done at all, because I'm going to be a guest today, not the host. If you've watched very much, you've seen Deborah Ray, and I always refer to her as a woman who's on my very, very short list of people to be admired, and she's called America's First Lady of Health. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I've asked her to host this program because she has a long, long history in both radio and television, and I think she's just a lot better one to carry the ball on this program. Other guests with myself are Sandy Friend. She's a nurse practitioner with a lot of numbers behind her name, and Deanna Naylor. If you've watched very much, you know Deanna, president of Fruit of the Spirit. So I'm going to turn this over to Deborah Ray just as soon as we show you kind of in a nutshell what we're going to be talking about. Take a look.
Something old and wonderful has just become something new and improved. More than 4 decades have passed since the discovery of the miraculous healing combination of protein and flax oil. The legendary doctor and scientist Johanna Budwig discovered that this simple formula had a profound effect on blood cells vulnerable to disease. Since most chronic disease starts at the cellular level, many consider this a major scientific breakthrough. Enter Dr. John Young, founder of Young Foundational Health Center. Dr. Young's vast medical experience at home and abroad gives him an elevated status in the field of health today. Dr. Young reached a point of frustration in his career as the prevailing conventional wisdom in medicine was a tendency to just treat the symptom with medication, never getting to the root of the problem. This frustration led him to a detailed study of the work of Dr. Budwig. By taking this basic formula, Dr. Young added the powerful antioxidants of Fruit of the Spirit and essential minerals to establish the Young Power Shake. His goal was to rebuild his patient's overall health from the ground up, starting at the cellular level. Take a look at these inspiring statistics.
Hal J., age 56, suffered from neuropathy of the legs and feet, and after 7 weeks on the program, his symptoms have decreased drastically. Millicent M., age 67, was on several diabetes medications, and after 9 weeks, she was taken off all of her medication. Tamara S., age 71, had severe hypertension and was taken off all of her blood pressure medications after just 6 weeks.
These testimonies offer proof positive the value of this timeless formula. Isn't it time for you to live your life in better health? Just call that number on your screen and request this amazing old but new tried and true powerful health enhancer, the Young Power Shake. Call the number on the screen right now to request the Young Power Shake. For just $149.95, you will receive a month's supply of high-quality protein, the special blend of flax and fish oils, those all-important alkalizing minerals, and the amazing antioxidant mix of biblical ingredients, Fruit of the Spirit. Call now and receive free shipping on your monthly order. Start living your life in better health. Call now.
Welcome back to Homekeepers. As Arthelene indicated, I'm sort of the co-host today to talk about health, to talk about an issue that not only affects each one of us on a personal basis, affects our families, affects our economy, certainly affects us politically these days in many respects. But Arthelene, if we go back, just to biblical, to Scripture, being created in His image, you and I have talked about how health is more than just the numbers, the test results. That health is, that balance of 3.
Right. And that's mind, will, and emotions, really, that,
Exactly.
and the physical body. And so we have a product we're going to talk about today that really builds the foundation. And I know how particular Deborah Ray is, you girls know that, about ever endorsing a product. So I always wonder why you put your stamp of approval on this one.
Well, you put me to work. I came and picked everything up, took it, didn't expect to be impressed. Deanna will tell you the story. I first told her, oh, thank you so much, but no thank you.
Absolutely.
And you were persistent.
Yes, I was on Fruit of the Spirit. But in marrying these two combinations of the Budwig cocktail and Fruit of the Spirit has been what's been so interesting, and you've been a part of that as it grew to kind of be together. And it's changing lives, and it's so great to be able to share this with all of the audience because it's the foundation that today we want to talk about women's health, but the foundation that every woman needs. And women, as we all know, have a hard time focusing on our health. Usually we're focusing on our family's health.
Sure.
Usually we're focusing on the laundry, getting the kids to school, just all of that other stuff. So it's great to be able to introduce something that has such a great foundation.
And Sandy, I'd love to hear from you because you take a look at the medical science, and we all read the books and hopefully keep up with the journals, but it's fast changing, and how you make that practical and weave that into patient care. Usually, I mean, there's a disconnect. Nutritional science I always find so interesting because, one, it's changing much faster than medical science, and it changes the practice, and it changes the way people live their lives.
Well, this is true. This is true. And, when you think about women's health, they want easy, convenient, they're busy, they're on the go. They really don't, consider themselves. They think about, got to feed the kids, got to feed the husband, got to go here, do the laundry, pay bills. And when you sit back and you ask them, what does nutrition mean to you? And ask them, you get this look on their face, well, isn't that the piece of bread I grabbed as I was walking out the door? And then when you really break it down for them and let them know what the nutrition side can do and how they would feel having better nutrition, and that it can be easy. It can be easy.
And that's important.
Exactly. It's convenience, it's easy. And as women and mothers, and we begin to make that small change in ourselves, say with the Power Shake, kids come on board. Husbands will say, wow, that tastes pretty good. How about making me one too? So sometimes it's that little change in our nutrition, in our thoughts, our actions that make the difference. And they feel better. That's the key.
That's
they
what
begin
I wonder.
to feel
That's
better.
what I wonder. I take the shake every morning, and this is the absolute truth. I was telling Bob Darren this morning, I just feel better within 10 minutes, and kind of comparing that. Well, what if I'd had ham and eggs and hash browns? I feel it tastes good going down, but I don't feel that good.
Right.
And you got the answers. Is it that flax oil that just kind of starts lubricating everything? I don't know. I just feel so much better right here after I drink that shake.
Well, Dana, you and I have looked into the literature, particularly focusing on fruits and vegetables, which is where it's at. I've talked to Walter Willett from Harvard, who's chair of the Department of Nutrition. He talks about that if we did some simple steps, eat more fruits and vegetables, and we'll talk about how Fruit of the Spirit makes that shake just really sing nutritionally. Good fats, a source of good fats. Get rid of the bad fats. And Sandy, I want you to come back to the fact that women demonized fat. Yes. Adequate protein, supplement wisely, daily activity, 85% of heart disease, 95% of diabetes, and this is, the Harvard nurses study, would be gone. I mean, that's extraordinary to think that it's in the science, but how do you put that, how do you get that part of your daily life?
Yeah.
Practically.
Exactly.
Yeah, make it practical.
Right.
Yeah.
And the shake does that. It really does, and I'd love Sandy to speak, but Fruit of the Spirit gives you the nutritional equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, and that's in 1 ounce. Right. You put that in there. You put the protein, you put the good oils, and that each morning I start with that shake, and it's like nothing else that I can get. I could eat a boiled egg, and I could eat a little bit of fruit, but I could not possibly get the nutritional equivalent of everything that shake's giving me.
Right. It's very satisfying, really.
It really is.
But women,
think fat
don't they?
It's going to make them fat.
Yes, that's the point.
So you're putting oil in there? I'm sure you've had patients, Sandy, tell you, I'm trying to lose some weight, or I've got this little roll around the middle and I never had that before, and oil, I don't know about that.
They do.
Calories, the protein has so many calories.
Right. I just had that comment. They said, yeah, but it's worth this calories. And I said, well, let's stop and talk about it. Let's break this down.
Right.
And when you start going, like you said, through the nutrition component and what it can actually do and why the fat's not bad, what does it have in it, and the right amounts, then they begin to understand that. They begin to understand, wow, that fat's not really bad for me. that is something my hair is going to need, or my cells need, or gee, if I just feed myself, then I will lose that weight. The misconception is if I eat less, I have less calories, then I'm going to lose weight. And that's so not true. That is not true, because our bodies will go into a starvation mode. It thinks, I've got to hang on to all these calories. You know, I'm starving. So I bring them up to understand increasing the right amount of protein, like with the shake, the fruit of the spirit, putting that in, that's your 5 servings. You got your fruits, your vegetables, you're good. It's convenient. That's the big part. Once they begin to realize that, and they come back to see me and they says, I lost 2 pounds. Oh,
I love that.
I can hear
so
the women
shocked.
all
Exactly.
around the country.
Exactly. And then that's more encouragement for them. Not only are they starting to feel better, they have more energy, but they lost weight. And that's the big key.
Because they didn't eat a whole box full of crackers or something?
Yes, the carbohydrate. We're all carbohydrate driven, the women especially, because of emotions. It helps.
Oh, you're so right.
It does.
Chocolate.
We're
Guilt
emotional
trips.
eaters.
Guilty.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Hey, what about hormones? Women are always, you know, they're either way up here or they're way down there.
Well, that's been the beauty, is what we know now, and again with the research, and now women aren't really wanting to sit back in the chair and just accept it's old age. They're realizing, wow, my memory is failing a little bit. I got more Post-it notes, and gee, I've got this fogginess going on, and I'm just, you know, one minute I'm irritable and yelling at the kids, and then the other minute, you know, I'm calm as a cucumber. So what we realized when they started going to providers, and we started with the research, we realized as we get older, our estrogen, testosterone, progesterone levels do go down. That plays a big factor in how we feel, what we feel, how we act, and our overall well-being. And those are declining.
When you said
as
that
we
part
get older.
about the screaming at the kids, I think I saw the husbands running to the phone.
And nutrition can help balance all of that.
Well, again, like you said, the foundation. It's
Yeah.
about the foundation.
Right.
If we don't have that good foundation, but with the right amount of proteins, the fats, the fruits, vegetables, the minerals, we can do multitude of things, but we can't build anything that will last.
That goes back biblically, Arthelene. If we take a look at the Mediterranean diet and plant-based diet and where antioxidants are found, fruits and vegetables, beans, women that eat this way traditionally have had less hormonal problems, you know, less problems with inflammation. And Sandy, speak to that, because inflammation is a risk factor, particularly for baby boomers, but all ages in this country.
That is correct. That is correct. The inflammation, it's really silent in some aspects. It can be very silent. And so if we do a workup where we begin to talk to patients, they don't realize that, say, this ache I had in my arm today, it's gone today, but it's somewhere else, may be a part of that inflammation process. And when we talk to them about this, especially whether it be in the arteries, and we get lab work back and we say, look, okay, you know, this is based, your nutrition is lacking, you're getting inflammation, but we can make it better. Let's get better nutrition, let's get better protein, let's build that foundation. Then as we restore the hormones in a natural fashion, everything builds upon itself, and we have a beautiful picture at that point.
Unless people think, you know, this is esoteric, you know, we're talking about lab results and inflammation. I mean, Arthelene, you know, women and cancer and diabetes and heart disease, you know, every family in America, you hear from viewers all the time that deal with this on a daily basis in their own families.
Well, the basis for this thing, rock bottom's kind of that Johanna Budwig, wonderful German scientist, lady doctor, who is not with us anymore, but she lived to be some 95. She's the one that put this all together. And so we're not talking about anything that's
It's Nobel
new.
Prize
This is
winning
old.
science.
This is old.
Nobel
And
Prize winning science.
her goal was helping people with cancer.
Right.
That was
Which is now an epidemic. An epidemic. 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women will face the challenge of cancer in their lifetime. That's staggering,
That
Deanna.
is staggering.
Staggering.
both of my children are cancer survivors.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something needs to be done, but people don't know what to do because they're overwhelmed with information.
Sure.
And they hear this, do that, do this. And what this shake does, what I love about it, is it takes science. Okay, my body's made of protein. My body needs good oils. I need to get fruits and vegetables, and it makes it make sense. So it's practical, and it's practical for me to do in my home.
But you mentioned foundational. And when we think about foundational from a medicine standpoint, it really goes back to the cell membrane, doesn't it, Sandy?
Correct. It does. It does. You know, without that base, everything else that proceeds from that cell membrane, as it reproduces, if it wasn't right in the beginning, it's not going to continue to be right. So we have to stop that link. We got to get something that we can make that link right in the beginning.
Well, we've got a lot more to talk about, but it's time to really see how this is all done, Arthelene. I understand we actually have a demo for people watching us to see how they can do this at home.
Yep.
So it's the protein power shake, young power shake.
Young power shake.
And people can...
Two experts showing you how to do it.
Exactly.
Two experts.
So...
Well, we talk about these shakes all the time, but there's nothing like demonstrating, okay?
Right.
We have a couple of versions of a magic bullet, and also this, a lot of people have this. You can put them in that as well. Okay, where do we begin?
Well, let's start. I'm going to use yogurt.
She's going to use, this is non-fat, half and half, and it's very creamy. Put about an ounce in.
And there's so many ways you can make this.
Yep.
There's recipes on our website that you can go to. And
Fruit of the Spirit, which is equivalent of, what, 5?
5 servings of fruits and vegetables just in that 1 ounce. I'm going to add some blueberries to mine. So I've got yogurt and blueberries just for a little bit of flavor.
Yeah, our friend...
And there's some protein.
Yeah, and this is so important, and that's the oil, which I can guess now. I do so many of them. I do one every morning, but about a tablespoon, right?
About a tablespoon.
Pure flax oil.
And I do about 1 to 2 ounces of Fruit of the Spirit. You can do less or more depending on...
And this is really the finest protein you can get, right?
Yes, it's cold processed. So typically when you buy it at the store, it's been heated.
There's some for you.
And a lot of that, the good stuff dies. This is the AB Balance Drops. It keeps everything alkaline. Do about 10 drops.
Got it?
I'm going to add that to mine.
And from that, you're going to have the Fruit of the Spirit, the protein, the oil, also important, and the drops. And from that, you kind of, we have a friend, Claude Bauer, who puts Brussels sprouts in his.
And, you know, I actually started doing that, and you really cannot taste the Brussels sprouts at all. So it's a great way to get those loaded antioxidants. You can put apple in it. You can put...
These are just ice cubes.
Anything but citrus, so no citrus.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of strawberry. If you want to go ahead and mix yours
Yeah,
up.
did you want to add banana?
Yeah, this is a really ripe banana, but Deanna, tell them how you use bananas.
Yeah, I actually cut my bananas in half and put them in the freezer, so it gives me that smoothie feel. And I just take it out in the morning. I usually put it in when they're pretty ripe so that you get that flavor.
I'm going to do that because I always put... Dr. Young said that diabetics probably shouldn't put a lot of... oh, go ahead.
Are we ready to blend?
Yeah. I always take mine out and shake it up a bit. And most people, if they have any class, they put it in a pretty glass, but let's just taste it anyway. There are no words to tell you how good that is.
And it's so healthy. The protein, the oil, you got everything in this, and I love it. I drink it in the morning. It's just a shake.
Suffice it to say, you need it.
You'll see on your screen now what you can do right now. Go to the phone, pick it up, the Young Power Shake, and make it part of what you do for yourself as a woman and for your family each and every day. We've got a great panel here today to talk about this. Sandy, our health expert, our medical expert, address, if you would please, the fact that so many women read it, maybe hear it, investigate it, go online, but think, oh my goodness, I cannot convince I can't get my family, I've got kids, I've got a husband, how am I going to get them on board that this works for ourselves and our whole family's selves, Sandy?
Exactly, exactly. I sit with them and I talk about this, and the beauty is when you sit it down, you start writing things down. How much do you spend on groceries? How much do you spend at the fast food restaurants? And when you start breaking that down, and then they look at what this costs versus what this costs, that's number one, economy. We're all about economy. Then they begin, let's make a change. Why don't you start taking, let's see how you feel. So as they do that, and again, they start feeling better, their family sees it. And then the kids are, well, hey, Mom, can I have some? Then it starts with the children. Usually, unfortunately, husbands get on board last. Usually, this and the wife first. But once they see the changes in, say, their wife, their children, they're getting more energy, she has more energy, then he gets on board as well. And what the women say to me is that, it was convenient, but you know what? I have more energy when I take the protein, the fats, the good fats. It helps. It reduces the inflammation. It helps that cell membrane become just an optimal environment. And once that's an optimal environment, then everything else falls in line. It just can fire.
Yeah.
Just,
I was talking to a lady the other day on the phone, and she got on it. She felt so much better and got her husband on it, and he was evidently taking naps every day. Mm-hmm. And she said, I don't remember the last time he took a nap. He's been on it for about 6 weeks, and he stopped taking naps. And so that's just reason enough, because typically they're feeling better, and so they don't need that afternoon nap that a lot of men typically lay on the couch and sometimes, even sometimes
pretend like they're watching TV.
Exactly, watching TV.
Exactly.
She said he doesn't take naps anymore, and that's
amazing.
Yeah,
and that is so true. And even women themselves, they tend to, they're going all day, make dinner, and they collapse. And when they start and take the shake every day, the power shake, they realize, wow, I have more energy. I'm not doing that as much.
Why is that?
Well, again, it makes, number one, they're getting the right amount of protein. They're getting the right amount of calories, good fats. They're getting the right amount of, say, fruits and vegetables, using Fruit of the Spirit. Their blood sugars aren't doing the high peaks with, the high carbohydrates, than the real lows. That tends to make people fatigued, or tired. Their muscles, they just can't perform anymore what they used to do. But with taking the power shake and now getting more balanced, actually their appetites become better with other meals. They, again, eat more protein at other meals as well. They just feel better. They're not so cold intolerant anymore. Now we got everything working more in balance and harmony, and it's about harmony. And I've even had them come to me and say to me, wow, my bone scan was pretty good, the doctor said I didn't lose any height this year, and it's a big factor.
You and I have
big
talked about
factor.
that. We're culturally conditioned to think calcium equals stronger bones, and the medical literature just doesn't substantiate that.
Correct.
That's what we're all taught.
The Tufts University shows the ones that had the strongest bones ate the most fruits and vegetables. It was about alkalinity, a new concept, but yes.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And again, building that foundation.
Right.
Working alongside with, as depending on the age of the individual, whether it be an adolescent or whether it's going to be an older woman or going through menopause, getting the right amount of protein, that power shake, just that environment just becomes so optimal. So other restorative factors, say if it's a restorative hormone therapy, or as in an adolescence, it's more sports-minded. So you're more sports-minded, more nutrition-minded. Getting that calcium, that's how they're going to get their calcium. They're going to get that strong bones.
I'm a total layman on this, but I do know this, that the life is in the blood. It's in that little cell that Dr. Budwig was targeting. My father died a horrible cancer death many years ago, about 40 years ago. And when you'd watch the deterioration, and we'd take him in for a blood transfusion, and he'd come back for a little while. It's not rocket science that if you can feed that blood cell the good stuff and protect it, you're going to have life.
And
you know a whole lot more than I do, but I do.
That's a simple way to say it.
We feed our souls,
exactly.
we feed our bodies, we feed ourselves.
Yeah.
And you know, you were talking about inflammation.
Right.
The other factor with inflammation is in our GI system. Okay.
Women get this.
Yes, yes.
What's
Women
that?
are more
What's the
prone.
GI?
Bowel.
Your gastrointestinal,
Right.
your
Is that this thing that goes
esophagus.
down here?
Right.
You bet.
Digestion.
Reflux,
Digestion,
heartburn,
exactly.
colitis,
Constipation.
inflammatory, constipation, all that. Same.
And that's going to be a big issue.
You know, some things you eat, you can feel that. You don't feel that with this power shake. I can
No,
tell you.
no.
Some things I eat, I can feel a little bit. It's nothing that
Right.
needs medication, but I can't feel it. I don't know, maybe it's my age or whatever, but you don't feel it with the shake.
Well, I know people that are watching
correct.
this. Deanna, I really want to know, okay, how do I do this? Can I make this practical? And there's a number that they're going to see shortly on the screen that'll tell them more about how they can do this, how they can get started, how they can make a difference in their own health as women and their families' health.
Absolutely, and I would just challenge you to try it. Try it for a month and see what happens, because story after story after story, and in my own home, it's been interesting because my daughter drinks it. And when she drinks it, she's feeling better, she's just more energetic, and I notice a difference. My mom drinks it and she's lost weight, less inflammation, she had a hip replacement. And so as you try it, you'll become a believer. And it really is in the details. Just do it once a day, 2 weeks, and you'll see a difference.
Yeah, I mean, when you say weight loss, I would think women would just be.
And it really does
Tuning
work
in.
around that, because it does, and I've talked to people about this, that they don't have those afternoon cravings. Those have kind of subsided. Like, you know, you want that candy bar, and a lot of times I'll go and grab a shot of Fruit of the Spirit in the afternoon, and that subsides it. But some people do a small shake in the afternoon.
And it went too fast. It went way too fast. This was great. This was great. What an opportunity to talk about how our physical health can certainly, you know, nurture and be a balance of emotional and spiritual health as well, using the Young Power Shake.
Yep. I have it every single morning.
Well,
You
I'll
can count on that.
end this, by the way, I end the radio show. Live long and stay healthy.
If you would like a video copy of today's Homekeepers program for just $19.95, call 1-800-229-0059 for credit card orders, or send a gift of at least $19.95 to Homekeepers, P.O. Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758. Be sure to note the program number which appears on your screen.